Okay, so I just want to show you guys how I would use this tracker, how I will be using this tracker, and so kind of what my idea behind each box was. So for the first box, the number of times I posted on my story. So what I would do is at the end of each day when I'm about to upload my tracker, I would just write the amount of times that I posted on my story. And remember, we want like a happy, like anywhere from like 4 to 15 or however many times you want to post on your story, but just making sure that your followers are seeing your face and hearing your voice. And so let's say, for instance, I just want to write something. Let's say I posted 18 times. I would write 18 here. Obviously, it'd be printed out, so it'd be much neater. Okay, so then 18 times. So let's say it's Monday night. I updated my Monday. Daily posts. I do suggest that you post one time a day on your Instagram feed. You don't have to post every single day. Let's say realistically, if you're going to have a 7-day time period, post at least 5 times in 7 days. So my intention for this was for you to just at the end of the night kind of like caption your daily post that you posted. So let's say you post about, your story or mindset or something like that. Like just kind of like capture what your main idea of your post was about and just write it here. So let's say it was like, sharing my story. I'm not going to write that entire thing, but I would write sharing my story here, right? And that would be super easy for you at the end of the week to go back and see, okay, I shared my story, and then I talked about coaching, and then I talked about my dogs, and then I talked about my fashion, and then I talked about coaching, and then I talked about my journey. And you can continuously share those things that make you, and create that attraction marketing for your followers. Okay, and so then for workout. Same thing for workout. So now we're doing lift 4. So we aren't working out each and every single day. We are working out, depending on how you work your schedule. So if you're doing a classic lift 4 workout, after you work out on Monday, you would just like check mark it. And then Tuesday, check mark. And then you leave a blank for your rest day. Maybe you did another rest day, and then you check mark it. And maybe you did something additional, check mark it. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then that way you, at the end of the week and at the end of each day, you know that that's something you can check off each day. Okay, this part is super important for you, and I want you guys to be making sure you're following this, because if you're keeping your eye on it, then I know you're working on it. So I want you at the beginning of every week, so every single Monday morning, I want you to write down the list of followers that you have. So let's say you have 1,723 followers. Okay, now you know that on Monday morning, on Sunday night, you don't want to have the same amount of followers. You don't want to have less followers. You don't want to have 2 more followers, right? We want to at least grow those followers by, let's say, 100, 200, 300 followers each week. And so by you staring at this number each day throughout the week, you're going to be consistently working on Captivate to grow your followers or continuously following new people. So hopefully at the end of that week, maybe you can say you have 2,100 followers. Okay, maybe you can say you have 2,100 followers, so you grew by almost 400 followers. So this is just a great way for you to track that. Making sure you get on the weekly Team Elevate team call, making sure you're consistently checking in with your upline, just growing and being a sponge. And so my intention for this was for as you change lives and as you recruit coaches, you can tally. So let's say it's Monday morning, you change a life on Monday, tally. You change 2 lives on Wednesday, tally, tally. You change a life on Friday, and then you change a life on Sunday. You just changed 5 lives, and this is a great way for you to track that. Same thing with coaches. Maybe you changed a life or signed a coach on Monday, you signed a coach on Tuesday, and then you signed a coach on Sunday. And just a good way for you to track that. And then at the end of each week, you can just see, okay, because I'm doing all of these things, this is what I'm getting in return. And then invites. You don't need to send invites each day. Some of these boxes will be blank, and I understand that, but this is a good way for you to track the amount of invites that you sent. So maybe on Monday, I'm going to send 70 invites. Okay. Maybe on Tuesday, I'm going to take a break. On Wednesday, I'm going to send 25. Okay. And then maybe on Thursday, I'm going to do another 25. And then Friday's a really heavy invite day, so maybe I'm going to send another 70 on Friday. I'm going to take a break on Saturday, and then on Sunday, I'm going to send another 30. Okay, and so this way, at the end of each week, you can just look back and see what you put in. Guys, please stay on top of this. Please stay consistent. If you notice, this tracker isn't like you tracking your actions. More than anything, it's like tracking your outcome of like what you did. And so we can post on our story, we can check that off. More than anything, we want to see what each action is adding up to. And so this is just a really great way to track that. And so at the end of every week, if we say, well, shit, we didn't change any lives, we didn't influence any people, we didn't have anybody join us, we can look back and say, okay, what do we need to increase? What do we need to change? What do we need to do different? But hopefully this is helpful. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.